What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And in this episode, we're going to talk about color. So last episode we left off with texture, and we saw the difference that just adding a few small beams and some framed pillars did to this wall and had it stand out a bit more. This blue pillar specifically really added a different vibe to this whole wall. But you can see how not just the texture of these pillars and beams, but the color of them added to the effect of the entire wall. In this particular build, I purposefully went with white and black because obviously they're the two most opposite colors, but it allows us to really see the difference that adding a red or a blue would make in a build like this. Now, it's also something that you can do with larger builds to add a bit of perceived depth. So what do I mean by this? Let me show you. So something like this. So you can see in this corner that if we just went very close, we can see that there's 4 different colors here. I mean 5 technically with the white, but there's a pure black, there's a slightly lighter one, lighter, and then the white. And when you do something like this, especially with a larger build in a small area and whatever more gradients you use, as you back up, you start to see that those kind of make a blend. And that blending adds a bit of shape or perceived depth to this corner of the build. And so you can do this with corners to make this corner stand out a bit more as well. And if we did that, it would look something like this. So you can see that now that corner has a bit of added perceived depth to it. This corner was not something that you were looking at a lot before, but now that there's all of this difference in the color, this corner is really accentuated. Now, because this is such a small corner, this effect is kind of hard to do with something that is a 4-meter wide area. But you can see how even with this too high block, if you did a 1 meter, you extended these up, and then you did this same concept. So you can see how you have a lot more room to play with, and as you back up, the bottom of that pillar has a slow gradient up. And if we actually pronounce this a bit better, we kind of control this a bit better. Each time you change a color, you should add more layers of that color so that the darkest color is 1, the next one is 2, the next one is 3, the next one is 4. So that way it's a blend as you go down instead of like sharp changes between the colors. And it's kind of what you are seeing here. You don't have to be as specific with something as large a scale as this. There's some variation in larger builds like that, and that allows it to have kind of a humanism to it. And so with that, that's kind of the main basics out of the way. So we went over depth, we went over shape, we went over texture, and we went over color. Now, applying all of these concepts, you can create builds that aren't just your cookie cutter flat boxes, but stand out. This is a little incoherent. This isn't the best example, but you can create areas of builds and maybe even a whole concept that stands out as something that's amazing to look at. That's going to do it for me. I have a second channel where I go live doing my Let's Play series and other videos with you guys. That's called Tiny Live. The link is in the description below. But for now, that's all I got for you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.